Hi, I'm Accuweather.com meteorologist Mark Mancuso on the Tropical Weather Center, and keeping an eye on Leslie in the Atlantic on this Monday, September the 3rd. As you take a look at the satellite picture, easy to see where Leslie is. It's just this big red blob there, right out in the center of the Atlantic Ocean here. The system is being sheared, so the status of it really hasn't changed a lot during the overnight hours, meaning it's a powerful tropical storm with winds of about 60 miles an hour or so, with some higher wind gusts. And as we take a look at the visible satellite picture, you can see Leslie right here, sitting well to the northeast of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And notice the big blob of convection primarily to the south of the center as it is encountering that wind shear. But eventually it will get away from some of that shear and drift its way up towards the north-northwest, and it should become a hurricane. We're calling for it to become a Category 1 here over the next couple of days as it moves in the general direction of Bermuda. So by the weekend, Bermuda could get threatened by this approaching Category 1 hurricane. Looking at the wind field around this system, notice around Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, no impacts from this system in the wind department, but in the wave department, still have some rough waters here on the northern and eastern sides of the islands. As you can see, the wind field will be directed more towards north-northwest with time. And there's Bermuda right here. Around the east coast of the U.S., we won't see any wind impacts in the near future, but the swells will start to spread out from the system and eventually reach the east coast. So by the middle and latter part of the week, we could be looking at some wave action here and some dangerous swimming conditions. Down the road, once the system gets up close to Bermuda, the system should start to move more towards the north and northeast with time, but we aren't ruling out a little bit of more of a turn towards the north-northwest. So we'll be watching this very closely. As we take you into the tropical East Pacific, here you can see a large area of clouds, and that's a new tropical storm. Its name is John, and here's John right here, sitting well off the coast of the Baja Peninsula. It's not a threat to any land areas. The system is forecast to remain weak as it moves out to the west-northwest over the cooler waters of the East Pacific. So again, the big story is Leslie, still a tropical storm here. Top winds around 60 miles an hour, some higher gusts, and it's moving slowly towards the north-northwest. For updates on Leslie and other happenings in the tropics, and also what's happening closer to home, check our home page and, of course, our tropical page at Accuweather.com.